Hi, I'm Janet Ingle, the 5-Minute Reedmaker. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, will you go ahead and click subscribe and maybe even click the little notify bell. That way you never miss an episode when I drop one. And it also makes it easier for other people to find this channel and to make better reads. So it's sort of a win-win for everybody if you do that. I wanted to talk today about sharpness and about fear. I got an email recently from a teacher whose student had gone back home for the semester because of our current quarantine situation. This teacher said that her student, who had moved from state to state, was suddenly home making reads on her own and found that all of her reads in her home were very closed and sharp, and asked me if I had any tips to offer. My immediate gut instinct was this, that the problem was not one of climate, but was probably one of fear and scarcity. When you are working on reads by yourself, I feel like you get hyper conscious of every piece of cane you have and how it cost you $2 to $4, and already 15 minutes of winding and puttering around and however much scraping you've done. It feels like you've got so many sunk costs in this read already. You really want everyone to work. And I don't know that that's the best way to make reads, because what you tend to do is stop before the read is really finished, because it's a little bit frightening to continue. Here, for example, is a read that I made recently, and it looks like a read to all obvious extents. It's a read. The measurements are not crazy, although it's a little bit long still. And I crow it. It's a little higher than a C. It doesn't quite go. And when I play it, this is a read that works, right? And if I were not particularly comfortable making reads, if I was kind of frightened of it, if I wasn't quite sure where to go next, I might be inclined to stop right here and not try to go further. It's super tempting to take a read that works in that it plays the oboe and just go ahead and play the oboe on it, because you don't know what's going to happen next if you start scraping. But I think the answer always is to make more reads, because if you've got a large enough stockpile of options, and if you begin to get reads that have consistent problems, like if all of your reads were 71.5 millimeters and felt sharp and hard, you could say, okay, this is a thing that I can consistently achieve. Now let's try to go better. And take not your best read, but any other read, and start running experiments and making hypotheses. In this case, I believe that this read is sharp and hard just because it is not finished yet. I see quite a lot of wood in the tip, which if I just scrape a little bit more from this transition, from the rooftop up through the tip, and allow myself, I know that having this good stuff in the tip, this two-dimensional rooftop, is important for stability, but I think there's too much of it. That's my hypothesis, so I'm going to scrape that away. There's plenty more wood still in this reed, but just getting that much out. It hasn't dropped the crow, but it has encouraged the crow. I've got a lot more vibration now than I did a minute ago. And I can put it on the oboe. And feel that the pitch has gone down right away. Here's another thing I see on this reed. I see a lack of symmetry between the heart on both sides. This one is a little bit shorter and a little less distinct from the windows behind it. This side has quite a large heart and still has a substantial amount of bark on the left. So I'm going to smooth that out so that I'm arcing all the way across in the heart. On this side, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just like checking it, looking for areas of bark or of chalky stuff. But what I am going to do on this side is cut in a little bit behind the heart to encourage the heart to think it's bigger. So symmetry, in other words. Working on symmetry between the two blades. And now that I've worked on that symmetry, my crow has come down. I need to clip really, but I'm going to try it again on the oboe first. And I really haven't done anything substantial here. I've just scraped more in all of the normal areas. And I've brought my crow down, I've brought my pitch down, and I've rendered the whole thing easier. This issue is very common right now. There are a lot of oboists and students out there who are accustomed to having access to their teachers and are accustomed to being able to get their reed needs met, and who are suddenly trying to improvise and work by themselves. And first of all, I say, it's okay. This is a tricky skill and it's really hard. It takes a long time to develop the experience that you need to really just know where to scrape. So in the interim, if you need help, like reach out. Teachers are interested in helping, and the technology is kind of magical. So it is not that difficult to find help and assistance, but make more reeds. The fear that you are feeling is a scarcity problem. If you wind up 7 blanks right now and bring them along, you're going to have 4 of them that feel, okay. You're going to have 1 that you wrecked, 1 that is sort of okay. Keep the okay one. And those ones in the middle, make a hypothesis. Go ahead and scrape. This will teach you how to do it. This will teach you what you need to do and how to accomplish it. Be brave. Be patient. And make more reeds. This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker lesson. I hope it's been helpful. You can follow these short videos right here on YouTube. You can subscribe if you wish. I hope that you do. And if you are looking for me, you want to make a comment, you want to send me an email, you want to order Reeds or Cane, you want to maybe sign up for a lesson or join my Reed Club, which is a weekly social reed making session on Zoom, so you can be safe in your home and also making reeds with company. All of this you can do from my website, janetingle.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.